Hey! This Mr. Potable. Today's episode, Jack's suspicions lead him to a devastating discovery that shatters his trust and reveals a shocking betrayal from someone closer than he ever imagined. I thought I had finally found my rhythm, a way to balance the chaos at work and the turmoil Emily had brought into my life. But life has a way of blindsiding you when you least expect it. It started like any other day. The office was buzzing with its usual energy, a hum of voices and the rhythmic clatter of keyboards. I was buried in reports when my phone buzzed with a new message. I almost ignored it, but something made me pause, a feeling, a gut instinct I couldn't shake. I glanced at the screen. The message was from an unknown number, and as soon as I opened it, my stomach dropped. There was a file attached, along with a single, ominous line, "The truth is waiting. Are you ready?" My heart pounded in my chest as I hesitated, thumb hovering over the attachment. What truth? What did this person know that I didn't? My thoughts were racing. Was this a trap? Another mind game? Or was it the key to finally understanding everything that had been happening? I took a deep breath and clicked the file. Images began to load, slowly at first, pixel by pixel. My breath caught in my throat as I recognized the faces in the pictures. Emily was there, her expression tense, as she spoke with a man I knew all too well, her past lover, the one who had betrayed her. But that wasn't what shook me to my core. It was the figure in the background, half hidden in the shadows, who sent a wave of cold dread through me. It was someone I trusted, someone who had been close to me this entire time. I felt the ground shift beneath me as the realization hit. This wasn't just about Emily and her lies. This was about betrayal on a scale I hadn't imagined. The room seemed to tilt as I stared at the screen, the walls closing in around me. How could I have been so blind? The betrayal wasn't just Emily's, it was deeper, more personal. Someone I'd never have suspected was involved in this web of deceit. My thoughts spiraled out of control. Every interaction, every conversation suddenly took on a new, sinister light. My hands were shaking as I closed the file. The reality of what I had just seen was too much to process. The person I had trusted most had been deceiving me, working both sides, and I had been too wrapped up in my own world to see it. I stood up, the chair scraping loudly against the floor. I needed to get out, to think, to breathe. But as I reached the door, a new thought struck me, a terrifying realization that chilled me to the bone. If this person had been playing me all along, what else had I missed? What other traps were waiting for me, just around the corner? My pulse quickened as I realized I wasn't just dealing with Emily's lies anymore. This was something far bigger, far more dangerous. And I was right in the middle of it. I pushed the door open and stepped into the hallway, the noise of the office fading behind me. I had no idea where I was going or what I was going to do next, but one thing was clear, nothing would ever be the same again. And as I walked away, the weight of the truth pressing down on me, one thought echoed in my mind: I had to find out who was behind this before it was too late. The end of this chapter was just the beginning of a nightmare I hadn't even begun to comprehend. And I wasn't sure I was ready for what came next. Thanks for listening, stay curious, stay awesome, and as always, keep it potable. See you in the next